In the heart of Europe, a single war reshaped borders, alliances, and the very meaning of security. What began in Ukraine soon changed the destiny of an entire continent.
The war in Ukraine sent a shockwave across an entire continent, a reminder that peace can vanish overnight. From one nation's borders, the tremor spread, igniting alarms, shifting alliances, and reshaping the map of security.
The invasion of 2022 shattered the illusion that modern Europe was beyond the reach of large-scale war. Emerging from the forests of the north, the marshes of the east, and the ports of the Black Sea, armored columns rolled across the border.
Prince across Europe realized the old world was gone. In chambers built for debate, panic roared instead. In streets built for trade, anger filled the air. Screens screamed the same word in every language.
Across Europe, military budgets soared to heights unseen in decades, a response born not of ambition, but of fear. Line by line, nation by nation, the numbers climbed.
NATO, once thought to be fading, awoke with renewed purpose, reforging itself for a more dangerous age. From cold forests to blistering deserts, its soldiers trained side by side, faceless in the storm, yet bound by shared resolve.
Court of the border. The alliance shifted its weight eastward, turning quiet borders into fortified front lines.
Fled the violence, creating one of Europe's largest humanitarian challenges in generations.
When energy pipelines were struck, Europe confronted a new truth. Its lifelines could be severed in an instant. The spark of a single rupture rippled far beyond the seafloor.
The continent rediscovered a painful vulnerability. Its energy security rested in the hands of a rival. The numbers told the story. Decades of reliance, pipelines like arteries leading to a single source.
The winter of 2022 tested Europe's resilience, revealing just how fragile comfort can be in times of conflict. In apartments from Warsaw to Milan, radiators fell silent and breath hung heavy in living rooms.
Fear drew Europe and the United States back into alignment, reviving a partnership forged decades ago. Across an ocean of doubt, their hands met once more, and in the glow of a new treaty, they remembered what unity can do.
Weapons flowed eastward, redefining the battlefield and reshaping Europe's defense doctrine. Rocket batteries, armor, and silent wings of drones, all threaded together by lines of data and intent. Strategy no longer lived on paper.
The war extended beyond land and air into the silent battleground of cyberspace. Here, battles are fought with lines of code, and victories are measured in nanoseconds. No faces, no uniforms, only shadows.
Sanctions, shortages, and inflation rippled across the continent, reshaping daily life. Markets once shouting with confidence now whispered in red. Each drop of a line, each flicker of a downward arrow.
The conflict accelerated a new global divide. One that will shape the 21st century.
Europe began preparing a new generation of soldiers, born into the digital age of warfare. They train with no faces to remember, only data to master. Their eyes are algorithms, their instincts, networks of drones and light.
The fear of the war spreading haunted governments from the Baltics to the Balkans. Across conference tables and command rooms, red alarms warned of fractures at Europe's edge. Each pulse a reminder that borders are fragile and that the next spark could ignite more than maps.
Space became part of the battlefield, where information could decide life and death. From hundreds of miles above the Earth, silent sentinels watched. Data flowed like blood through invisible veins, stitched together by machines that never sleep.
Weapons, once theoretical, became necessities for Europe's survival. From skies patrolled by autonomous drones, to silent electronic jammers that blinded enemy eyes, to laser turrets that carved through steel at the speed of light.
Many now believe Europe has entered a modern Cold War, one reshaped by technology and uncertainty.
Statable matter place. With Finland and Sweden joining NATO, the alliance grew stronger, its northern shield more fortified than ever before.
Poland emerged as a rising military power, transforming itself into one of Europe's frontline guardians. In the shadow of history, the nation rebuilt strength with steel, circuits, and unwavering will.
Army. The conflict revived an old idea, a united European army, capable of defending the continent without relying solely on allies.
Nations began collaborating on weapon systems, shared tanks, shared missiles, shared defenses. Engineers from across the continent worked side by side, their designs merging in luminous blue.
Security became as critical as military strength. Europe sought power sources it could trust. Nuclear, solar, wind, and gas, each link in a chain that kept the lights on and the factories humming.
And defeating the Black Sea turned into a strategic arena where drones, fleets, and intelligence shaped the balance of power. Surveillance eyes carved circles in the sky, tracing patterns invisible to the untrained. Beneath them, gray hulls cut dark water.
Cyber attacks grew more sophisticated, targeting the very systems that keep modern Europe alive.
American artificial intelligence became a silent strategist, predicting battles before they began. It read the pulse of cities, the shifts of soldiers, and the flight of swarms. Every risk calculated, every possibility weighed.
No treaties collapsed, leaving Europe in a world where weapons evolve faster than rules.
One truth remained. Europe's security would never return to what it once was. And the future was still being written.
Holograms. Europe began building new defense corridors. Routes designed to move troops and equipment faster than ever before.
Across the continent, military industries awakened, producing weapons at a pace unseen in decades. Political alliances shifted, driven not by ideology, but by the urgent need for security. In Brussels, the question is no longer who sits to the left or the right, but who stands ready to defend the grid, the border, the cloud. Security Priorities 2030.
Germany faced its own turning point, an awakening that demanded greater responsibility on the world stage. A new commitment to defend freedom, to invest, to prepare. Tanks, jets, and modern fleets. Budgets climbing to historic heights.
For the Baltic nations, the war turned their homeland into NATO's most vulnerable front line.
Reshaped the battlefield. Cheap, deadly, and nearly impossible to stop.
Millions fled the conflict, pressuring European nations to balance compassion with security. The future of war became hybrid, a battlefield where information, energy, and technology were weapons.
Through crisis, Europe forged a new identity, one defined not by peace alone, but by resilience.
The road ahead remained uncertain, but one truth was clear. Europe would rise, adapt, and secure its future, no matter the cost.